There is a reason I did not talk about the infamous notch in the first section of the video. If you haven't watched it, yeah, you can go check it out here first and then you can come to this one. Or since you're already here, you can just continue watching it. Now the notch is necessary from a hardware perspective. It houses your IR blaster, the dot projector, the front facing camera, your proximity sensors, your ambient light sensors, and your earpiece itself, and which by the way is one of the most fantastic sounding earpieces on an iPhone yet. But does the notch really work from a software perspective? Well, the too long didn't read version of the answer is yes, unless you're an unreasonable person who hates change. The iPhone X no longer comes with a home button as it does not need Touch ID anymore, and neither do I, and now it feels very weird whenever I go to use it on my iPad Pro. So let's say you have your iPhone X and you want to toggle Siri. How do you do it? Well, to toggle Siri, use Apple Pay, buy apps from the App Store. If you have Face ID enabled for purchasing apps, well, Apple has given us the new side button. Now this side button is multi-purpose and it does a lot of things, so let's quickly talk about that. You want to take a screenshot, you can press and hold the side button and press the volume up button. If you want to turn off the iPhone, you can press and hold the side button and the volume down button. To toggle Siri, just press and hold the side button. To buy apps on the App Store or music from iTunes or use Apple Pay, you just tap it twice. And for SOS, you still can tap it 3 times or 5 times depending on your settings. That is at least something familiar with this phone when you're upgrading from an older iPhone. Gestures are now the only way to use your new iPhone X. On one hand, Apple is making sure you get a neck exercise pretty often, and on the other, it's also making sure that you develop Carpal Tunnel Syndrome. So yeah, let's check out these gestures. Swipe up when you're inside an app to go to the home screen. Swipe from the bottom left corner upwards to engage multitasking. This is the fastest way to do it in contrast to what Apple recommends, which is pretty slow. Swipe from the bottom left edge of the screen to quickly go back to the previous app when you are inside an app. Very useful when Safari or some other apps you open a link to a tweet in Twitter Zone app. And finally, swipe from the top left edge of the screen to open notifications. Note that when you're inside full screen apps like games, you do need to swipe up twice from the bottom edge to go back to the home screen. And this is pretty consistent behavior from older iPhones where you had to do that twice to open Control Center. So yeah, you should be already used to that. Now that you're done swiping all over the front glass of your iPhone, grab the nearest microfiber cloth and clean the hell out of it. The back too, if you like living life dangerously and don't have a case on it yet. Apps look great on the iPhone X, but not all apps. Apps need to be updated with Apple's latest iOS SDK, contains special ways to handle the notch, but the ones that are updated look and feel great. Notably document apps like the iWork suite. But it's weird that the iPhone X, which has more vertical space, shows more or less the same amount of content as the iPhone 8. I was expecting this to be somewhere closer to the iPhone 8 Plus, but that's not the case. So in this case, the iPhone X has left me disappointed. Well, if you liked this section of the video, hit the like button. If you disliked it, let me know down in the comments why you disliked it. If you're new around here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click on the bell icon so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.